Welcome to What's the Deal with Sam? Starring Sam Lilly. Join Sam as he discusses a wide variety of topics.
Batman.
Now let's start the show.
Thank you. What's the deal with Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon? They're like Pokemon X and Y with the ground. I mean, it's fucking God. It's. I don't understand why people are this fucking crazy excited about it. I mean, I get that there's people who are big fans of Pokemon. It makes sense to be excited about a series, right? But I mean, it seems like the fans for Pokemon are so fucking weird. Like, so opposite of, fans of most other shit in that, like, there's barely anything out about Pokemon Sun and Moon at this point. I think the last thing that I heard at the point of recording this anyway is that we're talking about the starters and the legendaries in them. And I haven't really looked into it because I would rather be surprised if I go into the game. But other people were already trying to make, having these whole, like, predictions and shit when they even announced that those games were even going to exist at all. And, like, now they're going crazy because some shit's actually been announced for it. And it's just so bizarre because we live in this era of people being so afraid of spoilers and not wanting things ruined for them that they barely want to hear any reviews or anything, because if you hear any kind of detail that might give any kind of, specific thing away, people could be upset about it. And it's gotten to the point where it's just absolutely ridiculous, and they blame other people for getting spoiled when they probably shouldn't have been listening to that shit anyways. I mean, I obviously, it kind of goes against what I was talking about with Undertale, but that was because everybody wouldn't shut up about it. Whatever. It's fine. I'm a hypocrite. I'm an idiot. I'm a fuckface. I ruined that for myself, but I'm still upset about it. Anyways, with Pokemon, it's like, fucking, these people want to get as much information as they possibly can, even though these are probably the same fucking people who were going to get this game at launch if they haven't already fucking pre-ordered it, right? Because I think you can actually do that already. Maybe not. Maybe that wasn't right, but I think you can. Point is, these people are looking up and they're just gonna have as much shit as they can, like, ruined for them before it even starts, or spoiled, I guess. And, like, I'm sure that's not really gonna detract that much from the game. I personally would rather just have it be an exciting experience, be totally new. Like, I didn't really look up anything about Pokemon X and Y. I came into it pretty fresh. And I played Pokemon X. I'm still playing it at this moment of recording this, and it's a lot of stuff is still surprising me because I didn't know it was in there because I didn't look into it, and I'm glad I didn't look into it because it would have ruined it. And that's been out for a while, and now this game, it's like I'm gonna have to, like, avoid everything that people are going to be talking about for this because people, like, just can't shut up about it, even though there's barely anything announced about it yet. So by the time it's actually out, people are gonna just go fucking ape shit. It's gonna be insanity. And I really hope it doesn't dominate my YouTube feed, but it probably will. But it's just bizarre, also, in the fact that this is a series that's, it's had the same formula, like, the entire fucking time for the main series. And it's like, since, like, Gen 2, it's all been pretty much the same kind of ideas for stuff, and yeah, there's been, advancements, there's been tweaks, there's been things here and there, and trying some new little gimmicky things, but this next game is gonna be about 90% the same and 10% new stuff. That's kind of how it works with the Pokemon series in general. Rule of thumb, it's gonna be get the 8 badges, be at the Elite Four, do some shit with a legendary Pokemon, and then, you probably save the world with it. Enemy team will be in there, team whatever the fuck, and they'll be bad, and you'll beat them, you'll beat the Elite Four, do stuff with the legendary, either before or after Elite Four, I don't know, I don't care, and, and then, basically, that's gonna be the game, is gonna be trading, and battling, and online, and all these other little fucking facets in there that's already in there. They're gonna change some up, they're gonna add some, they're gonna take some out, they're gonna fine-tune it, whatever. 90% of the game is going to be the fucking same as other ones. The newest shit is going to be new Pokemon, maybe some new moves, and a new place. That's probably the biggest changes you're going to see. And it's just insane how people are still getting this fucking excited about it. It'd be like getting super excited about another new Super Mario Bros. Coming out at this point. You'd be like, oh, really? I'm really excited to see what they do for that. I hope they can leak a bunch of information about what's going to be in there, you know? Like, you kind of know what's going to be in one of those games by now. Why is it this fucking exciting? But, you know... I don't know. They haven't even fucking done like the only tradition they broke, I guess. Which, you know, maybe they'll surprise me since they're not necessarily held to the same thing. The tradition they broke before, you know, there was all those like triplets they released, and then it was like here's Black and White, but there was no Pokemon Gray, there was no Pokemon Gray 2, there was no Pokemon Z. So, you know, they're not necessarily against breaking tradition. So let's keep our fingers crossed here and just, you know, wait a little bit longer. We might just be able to buy Pokemon Planet after these two, right? That's like a joke. I'm not gonna say that. No, it makes it sound like I planned it. It makes it sound like I'm accepting it. I'm not. I'm not accepting that horrible thing that was like a joke, but failed on almost every front. Execution was okay. The sentiment was there. But I didn't follow through. I didn't deliver well enough, and I am horrible at improv. So what I'm saying is, shut the fuck up about Pokemon already. Wait for it to come out, then be excited. Then be excited. And then at that point I'll stop listening entirely and, you know, whatever. I'll get it at some point, I guess. Probably. Unless it sucks. What's the deal with Sam? What's the deal with Sam? What's the deal with Sam? What's the deal